Finally, I'm home. I can put all that Halloween stuff behind me and... you little... One of these days, I will smother you in your sleep. Oh, I'll do it. You know exactly how jump scares get me. And you still do them all the time. You know, one of these days, I'm gonna get even. No, you can't make this up, bud. Okay, fine. Maybe you're worth keeping around. But the second you stop being so snuggly, I'm kicking you to the curb. Too sweet, you know that? No, that's not an invitation for you to be bratty. Can we sit on the couch? I've had a terrible day, and I need a massive dose of those fluffy Neko wears stat. You know, you are too positive. Like, sickeningly so. Yes, I do love that about you, but it just feels really smug when I'm already in a bad mood. Really? I can just vent to you like this? Are you sure you want me to infect you with my sadness? Oh, you're going to cure my sadness, are you? Fine. A lot of things went perfectly wrong. Well, first and foremost, it's a full moon, and I have been half transformed all day long. But since it's Halloween, I've just brushed off all the comments. I told everyone that my cat ears and tail were just part of a costume. Yeah, I know I could tell everyone that I'm a werecat. But people look at you differently when you're aware anything. There's still a stigma that we all lose control whenever the moon's up. And it's not like I have the cat stuff every day. So I can't just pass as a Neko. I just have to take a day off once a month. That's just it. I couldn't take the day off because the company was in crunch time. We have a massive project that needs to be done on November 1st. So much so that corporate was willing to pay holiday double overtime just to get it finished. So, you know it's serious. So that's step one. A huge boost to my senses, and a heap of cat hormones on what may have been the most stressful deadline of the year. Oh, but wait, there's more. Remember that little Halloween party we threw last year? Well, apparently it pulled well or something, because some idiot manager insisted on keeping it as much as possible. Of course, since we're working, that means no socialization or alcohol. For some unknown reason, we still opened our doors for trick-or-treaters. Yeah, that's true. Normally I love trick-or-treaters, because we only get the youngest kids. After all, we open our doors at 3, and it's not like anyone over the age of 9 is out trick-or-treating in broad daylight. But there lies the problem. A bunch of hyperactive kindergartners, who are all sugar high, don't care whether your tail is a costume or real. They see Fluffy Kitty and go nuts. So I'm getting yanked every which way while I'm working, while I'm simultaneously trying my best not to explode on these kids. So that goes on for maybe an hour, each group of kids being less gentle than the last. Eventually someone gets the good sense to start rooting these kids away from me, and I get back to working. But fortunately for my little sob story, I got one more annoyance to dump. Because I was getting mobbed, I finished my section slower than everyone else. Everyone was getting ready to leave while I was still working. Now, you know I always leave early because I'm trying my best to avoid poet. But since I was predisposed, they got to talk to me. They used the cheapest pickup line I've ever heard. I can see your hackles are starting to stand up, so I'll begin by saying, I immediately said no. I'm yours and yours alone, sweetie. The only problem is that Poet can't seem to understand that I'm taken. They said,
Hey, gorgeous. Are you a litter box? 'Cause I'm digging you.
Hey, don't laugh, it's not funny! It's a stupid line, and I can't believe Poet thought it would make me feel anything but disgust. I mean, comparing someone you want to date to a litter box. That's negging at best! Oh, so smug are we? Well, I'm about to make you feel awful then. Because of all the hormones and stuff swelling up in me, I started crying right on the spot. Which, I do want to point out, instantly shut Poet down, so that's cool. Yep, I finished up my work while sobbing over a tiny insult. Then I punched out and rushed to my car. After a few deep breaths and a nice little sniff of catnip, I came home to my terribly no good, lovely little Neko to jump scare me when I walked inside. And that, my love, is why I'm in such a terrible mood. Yeah, I do feel a little better now. It's nice to unload my day like that. Plus, getting to cuddle with you for extended periods of time is a pretty good cure-all. Bright side, I get to let go of the reins in like an hour or so that's cool. No, I don't mind when Cat Me's in charge. I basically get to nap. Plus, now they've got you to play with. I always wake up in an afterglow of catnip, joy, and whatever lewd stuff you two get up to. It's a pretty good deal. Hey, I know we've had this conversation before, but if you don't want to deal with practically a feral werewolf, I've still got my restraining gear. I did have to deal with this for years without you, so I'm sure I could break out the old toys for one night. Oh, you like handling Cat Me, huh? Starting to think that smirk tells me I shouldn't inquire too much further. I'll just give you a blank check of consent and let you go nuts. So, I've definitely got 30 minutes of ludicity left. I think I got some pie in the fridge, or we can watch an episode of My Hero Academia or something. Keep cuddling? Well, if you insist. Then I suppose I can keep having a warm, soft hug with my favorite person. I love you, Furball.